Warning, if you're a senior on Social Security or SSDI, do not close this video yet because in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly who is waking up to money in their bank account tomorrow morning, December 3rd, why millions of people are about to be furious when they realize the $2,000 Trump stimulus checks you keep seeing in headlines are not guaranteed before Christmas, and most importantly, the 3 massive roadblocks that could kill the entire plan in the next 2 weeks. Plus the realistic timeline that nobody else is talking about. So smash that subscribe button right now and hit the bell so you never miss an update when something actually changes, because things are moving fast. All right, let's get straight into it because I know a lot of you are checking your bank accounts first thing in the morning hoping to see extra cash, and I refuse to let you get blindsided by clickbait headlines. Tomorrow, Wednesday, December 3rd, every single person whose birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th of any month is scheduled to receive their regular monthly Social Security retirement, SSDI, or survivor benefit, no exceptions. That's how the Social Security Administration has split the calendar for the last 27 years. It's purely based on your day of birth, not when you filed, not when you were approved, nothing else. So if you were born on January 12th, April 19th, September 17th, whatever, as long as it's the 11th through the 20th, tomorrow is your day. If you started receiving benefits before May of 1997, you're on the old schedule and you actually got paid today on the 3rd, along with everyone else on that legacy cycle. If you're on straight SSI, you already saw your December money hit on November 29th because the first fell on a weekend and SSA always moves those payments up to the prior business day. You will not get another SSI check this month. That's it until January. For the rest of December, the only other regular payment date is Wednesday, December 26th. For birthdays, the 21st through the 31st. Most direct deposits post between midnight Eastern and 6 a.m. Eastern. The bigger banks like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Navy Federal usually credit at the early end of that window. Smaller banks and many credit unions sometimes lag until 8 or 9 a.m. And if you still get a paper check in the mail, those were mailed several days ago and should be in your mailbox any day now unless you live in a rural route that's running behind. If by some chance you wake up tomorrow and the money isn't there by noon, call your bank first because 9 times out of 10, they simply haven't processed the government file yet. But if the bank confirms the deposit never arrived, then call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 and have your Social Security number ready. Now let's talk about the part everybody's messaging me about, those $2,000 one-time stimulus checks that President Trump has been promising seniors and all working-age Americans funded by tariff revenue. Yes, he has repeated the $2,000 figure multiple times in the last 6 weeks. Yes, he said he wants it out before the end of 2025. And yes, some headlines are written so sloppy that they make it sound like the checks are already printed and on the way. They are not. Here's the cold water nobody wants to throw, but I'm going to because I care more about you not getting hurt than I do about wrecking up views. There are 3 gigantic hurdles that have to clear before a single dime reaches your account. Hurdle number 1, the Supreme Court is literally hearing oral arguments right now on whether the president even has unilateral authority to keep imposing these broad tariffs without new congressional approval. If the court rules against the administration, and early reports say several conservative justices sounded extremely skeptical, then the entire river of tariff money dries up overnight and there is zero funding for any stimulus checks. Period.
Hurdle number 2. Even if the court shockingly upholds the tariffs, the president has already publicly committed that same revenue stream to 3 separate things: paying down part of the $36 trillion national debt, making the brand new tax cuts permanent, and sending out stimulus payments. Most economists who have run the numbers say there is simply not enough cash coming in fast enough to do all 3 at the levels promised, which means something has to get cut or delayed. And we have no idea yet which promise is at the top of the list versus the bottom. Hurdle number 3, time. We are already in December. Congress traditionally starts heading home around the 12th or 13th for the holidays. That leaves roughly 8 to 10 legislative work days to introduce a brand new spending bill, get it through committee in both the House and the Senate, survive amendments, hold floor votes in both chambers, reconcile any differences, and get it to the president's desk for signature. That is an Olympic sprint by Washington standards. It is technically possible. We've seen Congress move that fast when the president twists enough arms, but it would require the White House to make these checks the absolute #1 priority above everything else on the agenda right now. And so far, the public signals are mixed. So where does that leave us? My honest read of the situation today, December 2nd, is that the probability of seeing a $2,000 check deposited before New Year's Eve is probably south of 40% and dropping every day the Supreme Court takes to decide and every day Congress fails to drop a bill. That's not me being negative, that's me refusing to sell you false hope that leaves you counting on money that may never materialize. If I'm wrong and checks do get authorized, you'll have a video from me the same hour explaining exactly when to expect the money and how it will show up in your account. I promise you that. But until a bill actually passes and gets signed, consider it a proposal, not a payment. While we wait, here are 5 things you can do right now that are 100% real and will put actual money in your pocket faster than any rumored stimulus.
First, if you haven't created your My Social Security account at ssa.gov, stop everything and do it tonight. It takes 10 minutes and lets you see your exact benefit letters, confirm direct deposit info, and catch any overpayment notices before they garnish you. Second, if you're still getting paper checks, switch to direct deposit today. It's safer, faster, and eliminates the risk of mail theft that's exploding right now. Third, run your household through the benefit screener at benefits.gov or call your local area agency on aging. The majority of seniors I talk to qualify for at least one extra program they're not getting, whether it's SNAP, LIHEAP utility assistance, the Medicare Extra Help program that can save you $5,500 a year on prescriptions, or property tax relief in your state. Fourth, do not auto-renew your 2025 Medicare Advantage or Part D plan without shopping it. Open enrollment runs until December 7th, and dozens of plans are exiting counties or jacking up copays next year. 15 minutes on Medicare.gov can save you thousands. And fifth, if you're within 3 years of retirement or already claiming, spend an evening with a Social Security maximization calculator because the difference between a good claiming strategy and a bad one is easily $100,000 to $200,000 over a lifetime.
Look, I know $1,925 a month on average is brutal when eggs are $5 and prescriptions keep climbing. I hear the stories in the comments every single day. People skipping meds, eating ramen, terrified of the next utility bill. And I wish I could snap my fingers and make that $2,000 appear tomorrow, but I won't lie to you to keep you watching. What I can do is keep showing up every single day with the most accurate, no-hype information available so you can plan your life around facts instead of headlines. If you want me in your corner doing exactly that, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, drop a quick comment with the state you're watching from so I know where this community stretches, and share this video with one friend or family member who's on Social Security because they need to hear the truth too. Tomorrow morning, when you check your bank, I hope you see your regular check plus a whole lot more. But either way, I'll be right back here the second anything concrete changes on the stimulus front. Take care of yourselves out there, stay warm, and I'll see you in the next update.